Well, as we get started here, get together number 4, as we go through here, first and foremost, as always, the people that tune in online, the people that come here, we appreciate everybody coming. We're going to start this get together in a cool fashion for 2 different reasons. The first one would be with Cole Genetics. Garrett and his family, they win as much as anybody across the country when you start totaling up number of sows, and then you start thinking about everything they've won. But more importantly, he's a great human. He works there and sends us pigs a lot of times, and I told him it was time to come to the get-together. And then the second side of it is, I think that if I'm not mistaken, we get to sell some of the very first clouts that have ever been offered to the public. That's the joy of working at Premium Blend Genetics. When you jump aboard and you work there, you can take it home with you. And I'm telling you, these 3 representations of this particular board moving forward, I'm very happy that we used him. Excited to hear Big Bob's thoughts on this trio of clout prospects here. We're going to start with the 22 litters. The 22s would be Clout Buckle Up Affliction. The affliction thing hits home with me. That would be a litter mate to Betty there, I assume. Betty would be the first one that Garrett ever sent us that was 3rd overall at the Oklahoma Youth Expo for the McLean family. 22-3 would be the black-legged one. 22-4 would be the belted one. Interesting start here to the trio from Cole.
Yeah, Blake, great way to start here on the Cole Genetics here, and we'll talk about this off-belted pig here first. And this is the stouty of the pair, I think, and one that's very stout from the ground up. And as you analyze this one, he's feeling good out here. He's sound and square all the way through. This one's got a great rib shape to him, a big chest. He's square coming and going. Got a big stout noggin on him, and with the cool neck laid in there up high in his blade. I think just one that just reads a little stouter and a little more center as you look at that guy, and got all the bone. You can see the buckle up coming up through the bottom side there, and the bone and structure on both these hogs. Just a really nice one there. The balanced one is the full belted one, and that one there gets your attention when he gets his head up and rocks across the ring. This one here is the moderate bodied, very square, sound, good looking one. I love the way his neck ties in. I love the way he looks from the side. I love the frame size. Modern length of body that's with great shape up high. Just a really, really nice pair. Way to start off for our gathering here today.
The next one that comes in would be a direct son of the Affliction line that's worked out really good for us. This is a Clout Affliction Anchorman 21-3, lot number 40. Those of you at home watching, I will tell you, everybody is already texted, what size are they? Hey, I'll be honest with you. This used to be normal in the first group we used to sell. I get it. We changed with the times as well. These are not small pigs. These hogs look to me like we'll grow and get after it. I'm going to joke with my buddy Garrett, hell, these could have been sold 3 weeks ago probably. They got size to them. They are not the cute, cuddly ones maybe. They are husky, and they are ready, and they are big, and they look like they will perform. I would go on a limb and say San Antonio or Houston or Hawaii.
Yeah, I'd say this one's got a big window here, whatever you want to do. You want to slow feed him, you want to push him into like a San Antonio, you want to to just bring him into Houston or OIE, I think you're fine. I think they're the right size, honestly, as we get through the feeding season here and we think about pigs we bought a month ago. These guys are the right size. Great feedability to these hogs. I think this whole set fits the same way. This one here is another one. He brought 3 of them, guys, and they're all 3 good. Now, you just pick which one that you can get a hold of and put in your box, and that's all you need to do, because the guesswork's taken out, looks like to me. This is a new boar, apparently, and up there at the Premium Blend, and if this is any indication what this boar is going to do, you're going to hear from him for a while. This one here is really good looking. I love the way his top line lays in him. I like the shape and the crease down his top and the levelness and length of hip and the squareness of pin from behind. This one's heavy structured. All 3 of those got plenty of bone. Just a good look, boxy, moderate hog here. I think you can do a lot of things and a lot of winning with this one.
Next in would be one of the OGs when it comes to the get-togethers. He came the very first time, and he comes every time. And I always joke at every preview, every time that Savage brings one, it seems like he's sending a backdrop picture of something that he sold out of here. And he's starting to get these reds really good. And we're going to talk about them. The darker red one, that's a male on your screen there. That's underneath of the camera, closest to the wall there on the far side, Ryder. That particular male hog is a limited access forward. That would be lot number 36, 30-1. The gilt would be the litter mate, lot number 37. That would be coming across the ring right there on the stick. And the one that's a little lighter colored, that is a 24 litter. That is an old-fashioned top secret, lot number 35, Savage Genetics. I don't know what Todd and Blake are doing, maybe PTs this week or something, but they're not here. They sent 5 representations for the purebred division that look very nice.
Blake's probably at PT getting things organized. Todd's probably watching the Thunder game, if my guess. But they did bring you 3 nice red hogs here, guys. And if you've been watching the red program develop, it's amazing how quick it's come together and how good it's been. And all season long, they've drug these hogs out, and they're very consistent. They're consistent on their feet and legs. They're consistent on the size of their feet and the bone that they have, the width of chest, and the power that they actually have. As you analyze these Durocs, they all got great big rib cages in them. They all look like they'll eat well and grow and be healthy, and they've just been a really nice set all year long. And this trio here is no exception. That gilt there is one I think you could take to make this female show. I think she would show well. I think she'd make a better sow even yet in the sow lot. Have a lot of upside to trade her on down the road there as a breeding female. Very nice Duroc gilt. The darker colored one there, he's the one that's ready to roll, guys, and he's heavy bone, moderate bodied, and really big chested, big stout skull one that's got a good look to him. Just a really nice one there. It's got power written all over him. And then I kind of marked this light color one here as my style as well. This one here is a tick greener, but not too green. He's really good, and he's heavy bone. He's good looking. He's got a great looking presence up front. He's got a big old tail root coming up off the top of his rump, and he's sound and square. I kind of checked this one off my list here. I kind of like him.
These next 2 that Savage brings us would be a pair of Hampshire male hogs here, and And I would say after going through the back and watching if you're young showman, you're old showman, or just got a showman in general, this pair of Hampshire barrows to me is awfully good. And we're going to start with 246-4. He would be the narrower belted hog on your screen. That is lot number 38. That is a hairy bear out of Sister, which would be Twisted Affair's mom. And I don't know if many people have seen Twisted Affair, but he is not normal to look at. He's advanced in his bone. He's advanced in his proportions. Yet his knee stays onto his body appropriately. That would be lot number 38, 246-4. The wider belted hog would be 256-1. That is a Core Power CC. And I think there's a pair of hogs that are different. I don't know what kind of Hampshires people like to feed. Truthfully, I normally just ask Todd the kind or which one I should feed. But I'll tell you, I think a nice pair of Hampshire hogs that are perfect footed and good moving.
Well, I'll tell you what Todd will tell you, what kind of Hampshire hogs feed. And I know what I like to look, but he knows a lot more about these Hampshires than me, I'll tell you, because he's proven me wrong a couple of times on a couple of deals. And we'll talk about this white belted one first. And he reminds me kind of a pig we fed a couple of years ago that was greener than a gourd and traditional Hampshire looking. Really good looking, good feet and legs. This looks like they'll feed. And you know, when I questioned Todd when I got that hog a little bit, thought he was a little green, a little long, and that thing ended up being champion Coba and top 3 there or 4 there at OYE that year, and fed like a house of fire. So I'm not going to doubt him, but I know what I like to look at. And when you look at this narrow belted one, I'm pretty in on this one, guys. And this one's got hair and bone. He's moderate. He's boxy. He's got a big chest. He's sound. He's square. He just looks like a show-winning bear to me. Now, this other one may come and beat him. I've seen it happen before, and Todd's going to tell you that thing will feed like a house of fire, and he probably will. But I really, really like this little fuzzy one. I think a good pair. I think get him where you fit in, get him on feed. They've won about every Hampshire show I know of in the last 2 years. They're hard to beat, and these are no exception.
Next in would be our very good friends from Hawk and McCarty Livestock. They're out of Indiana, and they got some dominant females that stand out. And I would encourage you, if you ever get the time to go to Indiana, you need to stop and make them show you the sows, the gilts, and their whole operation, because it is coming like a house of fire. And I tell you, Logan and Dave are just building a tremendous thing out there. And let's not forget, ran by Lex, and she's in charge. And then Sam likes to fix everything. This 25-3 pig is a money line heavy hitter. I'll tell you, feeding this one's mom, she would have won her class there at the Indiana State Fair. She originated from Decker, and he needs no introduction to what his program has become. He just won Kansas City there the other day. And I tell you, this pig's interesting. We really like the way the money lines have been feeding from Hawk and McCarty that we have on feed. This one right there fits in the mix.
Blake, they set one out that first get-together, I think, that hit me as hard as maybe anything all year long, and that thing was incredible. And I'm going to tell you, every once in a while, I told Blake, they'll set one out here and just spin your head around. And this is one of those, to me, that you look into the ring and what they've brought here to you for auction hits me pretty good. This thing is very stout. He's very boxy, big-ribbed, stout skull, good looking. This looks like a winning show bear, guys. And I don't know if you can see on Walton there, but his legs and limbs are big. He's got big feet. He's got big forearm, a big back leg, and got a great look from the side. I think he's show bear all the way down the road. I think he had a lot of fun with this one. If you're serious about trying to win some shows and do good in the end, I think here's one you can tie into and be pretty proud of.
Next in is Rooster here with KP Livestock, and his show pig is 21-7. He is a real Steele, which is a wide awake son that was raised by Mike Steele. His mom would be a modern day. His grandma would be the mom of the Derrickson Barrow that was champion ham there at Tulsa. I remember showing a modern day gilt from Rooster at Arizona that was incredible that the Molina family had. I don't know the relationship this one has with that one, but they got the same kind of indicators of feature and step and angulation off either end of their body. This is a pretty darn good pig, and Rooster, I got to give him credit. I always give him a hard time. I think his crossbred program is moving as fast and as forward maybe as any of them that come to the get-together. I'm very proud of Rooster and Jared of what they're doing. I think their crossbreds this time have been top-notch, Bob, and I think lot 43, 21-7 is right there in the mix.
Yeah, I think about those past sales we have and what Rooster's brought to us to look at, and I see one common theme in his crossbreds, and these things are built right. The feet and legs are all going north and south on that set of pigs this year. These hogs all have a great presence and look from the side. This one here is just built for speed, guys, and you look at him down his top, he's got a groove down his top. He's got a really good look. This thing's the right length. I love his feet and the way they flex and go, and he takes that rear hock and pasture and just flexes and rocks right across the ring. I love the built for speed this guy has. Just a real good feeding hog, I think. I think one's going to get better every day. He's good today. He could be great tomorrow. I think you buy this one, you go get after him in the end on this guy. Good job, Rooster. Nice pig.
Well, the next one in would be my good buddy Big Bob's consignment here to the get-together, 72-1, and I was giving Bob grief in the back earlier. This, truthfully, is one of the best spotted male pigs that he's brought to the get-together, and he's gotten along really good. I think this pig is elite, to be honest with you, and I cannot wait to tell you his pedigree. A little interesting deal. He's a blackout Uranus, one of them Uranus daughters that he has there at home that he's been building around. He's out of the boar from Whittington, I believe, on the top side, the blackout boar. I'm going to talk this particular bear, and I'm going to say this wholeheartedly. When Big Bob brings a spot with this kind of shape to their shoulder and that long of a hip and that good down low, I think this pig is big time. He's proportioned extremely good. He's got feature down low. He might be old school, but he brought one with some new school things like hair and feature and a look about him. Big Bob's adapting fast here to get together. It's a very, very good pig here with the little extras to him. I think this is a short lister. If you're looking for purebreds, whether it be OYE, Houston, or Austin, I mean it when I tell you this pig needs a very good home, because I think he's got a big-time chance and a big-time ceiling. 72-1. Blackout Uranus.
For those of you that don't know about the blackout boar, he's a Jared Whitaker boar there from M&M there about 4 or 5 years. He's an older boar that I kind of did some research on. I kept seeing those females come up to the bottom side. Actually, unicorn, you spot breeders that know unicorn, his mother's a blackout. And he was only bred to about 15 sows, and I kept seeing really good pigs and females generate out of that deal. And Jared called me and asked me if I wanted to house him there. He was done with him, and I took him and we bred a few sows, and I'm sure glad we did. That blackout deal is going to be really good. And on the bottom side, that Uranus sow's a littermate, the reserve spot bear there at OYE a couple years ago, one of our foundation kind of sows.
Next in would be Jennings Show Pigs. Brady would be a second get together, and the quality that he's brought to this particular sale I think is very good. And those of you guys that have burned the road up from end to end know how hard it is to find an elite solid white one, an elite blue one. It's hard to do, and we've tried to do it. I think that we've been selling pigs for 13 months in a row, is what it feels like. And we have bought 2 solid white pigs, and this solid white pig, them are hard to find, and that's a very good animal. The two predominantly white ones, one of them solid white, the one that Dan is on here with 2 whips, that is 29-7. That is a Seeing Things Wham, no intro, 29-7. The other one that's got a little blue on him, do what you want with him, that would be 29-5. That's his brother, Seeing Things Wham, no intro. And then we reflect back on the Jennings' spot program. As hot as anybody across the nation, coast to coast, and always in the mix, no matter where you're at, where you go. This spotted hog would be 32-8. That is a Spartan Titan. And just by reading the sheet, it looks to me like that hog might be a little lined up, just a little bit. And he's got some indicators that are going in his direction. For a lined up pig, he is so appropriate in the angles of his skeleton and has a neat look about him. Them ears are good too, attached good to his head, and he's got a weird look about him. That's a very good pig. Those of you guys that are watching online, another one of them Houston OYE deals, I think all the way. A neat trio. Brady, thanks for making the trek always. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no stranger to the game here, Brady Jennings, and you expect him to have a spot like that and one that's built for speed. The skeletal assembly on that one's really good. Gets you a great look up front, a modern length of body, and very, very good feet and legs. You can just put this guy on feet and get after it. He's going to take a nice picture in the backdrop someday. Looks like a nice spotted hog there that Brady brought you again. But what you don't expect to see is maybe some of these white and blues like this that Brady drags in. This is a heck of a litter, I think, guys. And we talk about that blue one, and his skull shape and jawline on that neck is very unique to me. He's tall-shouldered, heavy bone, very square. Looks like he's just going to get better every day. And then you got the white one that gets to show against Yorkshires, looks like. And this one here can really get amongst them. From what I've seen this year, I haven't seen them all. But it's hard, like Blake said, it's hard to find a solid white that looks like that. I think you could have a lot of fun in the Yorkshire arena right there. I think he's got a mate, maybe heading to another deal here at the end of the week. And certainly I would be proud to own one of these out of this litter.
We'll get in here. This is the start of the Goss livestock lots here. I think we got 34 or 5 of them to go through, and we got enough barn space. We're not going to try to overcrowd the ring, and we're going to start with a 96 litter. The 96 litter would be a relentless roll call. His grandma would be the famous sow that would be known as Chubbs' mother. This would be this sow's second litter. She's got one that we're going to show here before long that we think's got a chance. There's a couple keeper gilts in isolation that look top tier. This hog to me has got a chance to feed. I'll tell you, as we go through here, we'll identify the ones that we think can stretch longer maybe than March. A lot of these I'm pretty comfortable here to get to March pretty easy, no matter if you're going to Houston or OYE. The champion Blue Bear weighed 298 pounds and sold in this sale a year ago. The reserve Berkshire Bear would have been sold around the same time as this. I would not be scared if you're watching online of age or any of that. We quit fairing July 18th, I believe, Bob. So all is good. here at the Get Together 4. We'll let him talk them.
Well, as I say at every get-together, I feel like I apologize ahead of time for getting repetitive on these crossbreds. But when the Goss crew hits the ring, you're going to hear me talk a lot of things I like about these crosses, and they all just peas in a pod as far as their skeletal build. They do a great job of getting hogs that are sound, getting hogs that are square, and they are good at their angles and good on their feet and legs. So if I get a little repetitive on build, I'm sorry, but I know I've looked this set over. I know I've been repetitive in the past, and when you get to the Goss hogs, they all can motivate and go and square in their skeleton. This one here, again, like I said, very good feedability. This one's got some upside to him, yet he is really good. Level, long, and square in his hip with a great big pin set from behind. This one here's got the right length about him. He's got great feet and bone in him. He's just got a great look. He flexes that rear hock and pastern extremely good with a long hip. Again, we're going to talk a lot of the same things on these. I'll try to change my terms up, but you can just talk every one of them as peas in a pod because they're all so consistent for crossbred hogs that can get out and go. I think this one's got a great future down the road.
'82-3 would be next, and you'll notice in this get-together we are selling them just in litter order at no rhyme or reason. We're just selling them in litter order, and I'm happy to see this pig come out because I think he's one of them short listers for me that you could label a sleeper if you wanted to. This is a relentless hero. His grandma would be 22-5. I think a neat pig here would be 82-3 relentless hero.
Yeah, Blake, I think you need to really pay attention to your relentlesses. I've seen some of them out of the first and second sales lately that I thought was a tick green, had a lot of upside, and man, do they come together. This one here is no different. I think he's got a tremendous upside ceiling to him. I think this one here's got a great look. He's one of them two-steppers, you know, he gets two-step in the pen. He gets two-step in the ring and he's heading to the pen. One of those kind. He gets that balance, that look from the side that you love. He's the right length. He's got upside to him yet. He's going to get better, but he's really good today. That one there's got a great set of feet and legs. He's proper width coming and going with a great pin set. I like this one. I had a star by him myself.
As we drop the next one in the ring, 84-4 would be next, and those that follow along with the get-together in the last live sale that we had, there was an 84 litter pig that sold as lot number 4 that was very well received, and he's got a few mates in this particular sale that we're pretty fond of. The 84s would be a navy blue. His mom would be a roll call. His grandma would be 10-4. His mother would have raised the grand overall barra there at the Revival. Then he went on to win his county. Then he did good at Expo. Grandma would be the one we call Pride and Joy. This would be her second litter. And I'll tell you, she's got one in the bred sale that is a bad mamma jamma, in my opinion. These 84s are interesting. 84-4, navy blue roll call.
Well, like Blake said, there's a couple coming here in a minute that's mates to this guy that'll spin your hat off your head. And this one here just looks like a smaller version to me. One that's got a great upside. He's green in his makeup, yet he's good in his skeletal quality. He's one that's got a great look to the side. One that's got plenty of bone, I think, at this stage. Really good feet and legs. The off-belted pig just gives you that moderate look from the side. A great hip and hind leg. Just looks like he'll feed really, really good. A lot of feedability and upside to this guy.
The next one in here would be a 63 litter pig. Once again, the smaller brother to some 63s we sold in the last sale. If I remember correctly, one of them was lot number 7. This 63 hog would be a Relentless Money's On. His mother would be a Money's On, would be a litter mate to Make It Rain, the boar that Premium Limb bought that died at an early age, and the keepers out of that particular boar have been very, very good. This one's mom in her first litter would have had the 3rd overall bear at the Iowa State Fair shown by the Woodruff family. And this will be 63-3. He was a little smaller to start, but he's caught up. This pig's intriguing to me. Relentless Money's On.
Yeah, this one here's got the cool color pattern in him, and this got a unique look for me from his hip forward. This one's got a real cool front end, a good stout skull with a great jawline. One, you appreciate the look and the way his neck ties in high out of his shoulder. One that I think is just, when you look at his bone and structure, he's as big as a lot of them. He's got a big arm in him. Just love this pig as he gets going out here. The front 2/3 is impeccable. This one here, as he goes away, is very square from behind. I think just a really nice one that's going to get better and going to get good someday and probably get right in the middle of them.
This next one in here would be 101-7. That is a standing on business 312. His mom would be a litter mate to the champion Duroc Barrett, Denver, for the Kimball family. This is one we thought about keeping and feeding for a minute. We like what these standing on business hogs have done for us here at the farm. We've sold a few of them, and their elevation, or their stoutness, mixed with 312's elevation has been a hit around the farm. We're excited to offer these standing on businesses. 101-7 to start the Reds off here.
Well, there's no secret what standing on business has done. If you read this one's pedigree, it's got the best red boars you can put together, I think, on paper as you look at that pedigree. And then you look at the pig here, and there's a couple of these, I think, in the sale, and this one here just hits you hard. If you're in for a really good red barra and you need one to go play, I think you better look in pretty deep right here, because this one here looks like he could handle some deep water. Really good looking, really big back, big old tail root off the top end of his skeleton, big feet, big bones, sound and square. I just don't know where you're going to find a red one that's going to do any better. I'd probably get in right here as deep as I could.
As these next two come in, they're 71 litters, and the cool thing about the 71s, we would have sold their grandma in the first ever coronation that Hawk and McCarty would have purchased there, and that is a litter mate to Roll Call. This is the first daughter, partner gilt, that we got into production here. So this pig would be 71-9. That is a leadoff. Money's On, Roll Call sister. This is her very first litter, and we think these 71s got big time potential. It was a bad hair day. We didn't clip their heads. They got a little extra shag working in their favor. A neat pair that are coming next that are litter mates. 71-9 to start it off. Lead off, Money's On, Roll Call sister.
Yeah, these leadoffs get your attention, guys. And there's a few mates back here, but this one here, if he don't hit you, I don't know if you can get hit because he's got a skull, and that's where the story starts. That's unbelievable, stout but attractive, long-necked, just a great presence from the side. He's got bone and hair dripping off every appendage, big ribbed, big backed, big hip, big pin for going away, square. I can talk all day on this one. He hits me really hard. I've got him started a couple times on my list, and I think you should too.
The next one in here would be his brother. This would be 71-8. Another one of them Goss, Hawk, McCarty lots here. Would be a leadoff, money's on, roll call sister. Got the extra shag here in this one. A neat pig, 71-8.
Yeah, here's one of those mates I was talking about, guys. And here's one that's not going to get cold in the winter for sure. I got plenty of insulation on this one, and he is the stout one of that pair with a big rib, big legs, big skull, moderate length of body with a great shape. A big old tail root coming out of the top of his hip, and he's square from behind. This one gets stout and powerful all day long. You want to outpower him, you want to outlook him, grab a hold of this one.
A common theme in the get-together has been Boer Barra. I think that one could go both ways. 71-8, I think, is a big-time offering here. Lead-off, money's on, roll call sister. We're back into these 84s, and we've talked about the 84s. Those that have followed along in the get-together, the last sale, there was an 84. There was lot number 4 that was well received. These are navy blue roll calls. Grandma would be 10-4. His mom would have raised the grand overall there at the revival, the sock-footed barra. This is 84-2, navy blue. Got the big rib, Bob.
Yeah, when I saw that navy blue boar there at Hofschalte's, he was on my short list for sure to use on some sows, I think, and he hasn't disappointed at all this year. I've seen some really good ones. I don't know if I've seen a navy blue this big ribbed and stout though. This guy is a powerhouse. You get into the center of his skeleton and it's wide open with a deep, big old shapely rib in him with a big back upon top of it. This one here, stout skulled, big chested, big hip from behind, and can flat go across the ring. If you're looking for a stout one with the look, this might be the one you want to drive.
The next one in would be his brother. Would be 84-3, navy blue, roll call, mom of that sock-footed barra there that won the revival. I think an interesting pig here, Bob. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on him.
no doubt a deep litter, and we talked about that lot 4 out of one of the other sales, and these 3 here, and all of them got quality dripping off of them. This one here, guys, is one that if you're just looking for that elegant one that's powerful and got a great look and the right kind of length to him, this is your guy right here. He is big-legged. He's flat-boned. He's got a great forearm with an angle to his shoulder that I like, a big pin one that's level-hipped and square as he comes and goes. He's got great big feet. He's got a great look, and he combines that great skull with that great look, and that's hard to do, so hard to do nowadays, to get that kind of length up in front of your shoulder and then have that kind of attractive skull to you and have that kind of barrel look from the side. I think, again, this one here, you could be awful proud to show this one. I think he's going to be awful tough in the end and all the way along.
The next one in here would be the 86 litter pig, 86-6, and once again, we would have sold his brothers there in the last sale. Then I can attest to you, I've went home and got really, really fun to look at. These 86s would be Relentless, Hero. Their mom would be the mom of the Newcomb Bluegilt last year. Hensley's Blue Barra there that grabbed a sale slot at the city, be a Relentless Hero. 86-6, he's got that tight neck, Bob.
Yeah, this last sale, I get kind of excited about these little guys because we all get all the little brothers in here from those ones we remember from the other sales, and them's kind of the ones I tend to, kind of the underdogs, what you say, and as you get to sale day here, they're not underdogs no more. They've showed up, they've had time, and here they come. And this one here does that again. I remember his litter mates in those other sales, and this guy is catching them fast. This one here's wild looking, man. You look at his neck and the tidy neck that he has and the presence up front that I always talk about. With that length of body is so hard to do with a skeletal build like this one's got. This one's going to get good, guys, and he's got a great upside to him. You know, the way he looks from the side and the way he moves across there and the presence he gives you out of that front end, and he just comes at you like a truck up front. He's square behind. But that one there, guys, if you're into the wild circus look in the neck right there, that one there is probably as wild as any of them.
If we're going to reflect about past sales, Bob, you remember them 53s, them Relentless Say It Heroes. This would be the little brother to those 4 that we sold, and they were well received, and they got into some tremendous, tremendous homes. This thing has got the exotic things working in his favor. That is a Relentless Say It Hero. His mom would have been reserved at the Oklahoma Youth Expo, and the Blues would be a littermate to the Grand Barrett Expo, the Grand Barrett to the National Western. Neat pig here, 53-4.
Yeah, this one's got all the chrome and all the look and all the wild color pattern that you're not going to get missed when you come in the ring with this one. It seems like when the Gosses put that Relentless back on the Hero deal, you get all the wild pieces and all the power in the same deal. And this one's got the look with the power, a huge chest floor in him, but square coming at you, a big top, a moderate length. When he gets his head up and goes, you're like, wow, this thing can win, I think, down the road. And early and often, you want to show him, and you're going to be real happy in the end with this guy. He just looks like he could play at about any level you want to go to.
This next pig in the ring is awfully interesting, and he's a 66 litter. This will be 66-1. He is a promotion roll with it proposal. This would be he's out of a first litter gilt. His grandma would be the mom of the Bright Barra. There was a reserve grand there to Missouri. There's a gilt that Gav and the striker crew bought that they call Pearl. That is a litter mate to this one's mom. We would have sold them chromed up pigs in the last sale. Would be out of this one's mom's sister. This 66-1 has got some extra bells and whistles here. Neat pig. That when you see him on Walton, one of them that I think is just very special for a March setting.
Yeah, when this one comes out, this is a little different deal here, guys. We got some little different things to talk about on this one that's kind of wild and really some things that's real practical at the same time as you look at this guy, because he's going to be an easy feeding dude. Heavy structured, big centered, big rib. Looks like he's going to perform well and do whatever you want him to do. This one is stout from his nose to his tail. He's square, coming and going. He's moderate in his length, but man, does he have a rib cage, and does he have some center body to him, and yet with a great look. That's all those things are hard to do in one package, and if you're looking one for this, just a little stouter, a little different, they can give you a little different look than most modern show pigs. This one here is one that can stand out in a drive, I think. I think he's going to be easy to manage. He's Hampshire marked, and I know, even, we're late in the season and Blake wants to cut all these things, but you do what you want to with this one.
Good news for you, Bob. The next one's already cut. No bore option. This next one would be 83-2. That is an all-access, money's on, Whitetails Mama. This pig has been a standout from the beginning. We decided if we weren't going to get to keep him at the farm for a boar pig, we're going to go ahead and cut him and offer him in the get-together. His littermate's sister sells at the perfect timing Saturday afternoon. Just as a side note, all access, money's on, Whitetails Mom. This would be 83-2.
We took a little drive this afternoon and saw a little PT gilt that hit me about as good as any gilt that Goss has ever let go of as a baby. You might be paying attention here, but before that, you probably better pay attention to this one because he's a litter mate. This one here is already ready to roll. Like you said, no bore option here. But here is one that I think would make a heck of a barra. He's got an attractive skull. He's got the great look. He's got the right length and moderation of his body. Everything's working in his cylinders. They're all moving. The angles are right. Everything's flexible. This one here is a big-time show bear, guys. And if you're serious, you're still looking for that one. This just might be the one you want to look at right here.
The next one in here would be an 89 litter pig. This particular male would be a far and wide. His mom would be a 69 litter tricked out. She would be a part of the Litter of the Year nominee deal they do on Pig Planet. This particular male pig is a litter mate to the boar pig and the barrow battle pig. We're taken to the perfect timing. This pig's mom would be a litter mate to the mom of the record seller here that we sold at the get-together. This pig's got some far-reaching things. 89-3 that we're going to sell here tomorrow night. He's dark pigmented and he's got an interesting look. I think he fits a multitude of different endpoints. I think a neat pig here, 89-3.
Well, every get together, there's a real deep litter of pigs, it seems like, and and this great pigs all the way down through the litter, and I don't know if this litter here might be that one of this sale. And as you look at this pig and what's going to happen here after that, don't wait around on this one, guys, because this is a good pig, and he said some pretty big statements there about this one's mother, what she is, her lineage, and what that litter could possibly be after this next week. So I'd pay really good attention right here. This one here is as big a legged and stout at the ground as you would want, I think. Really good in his pasturing with all that bone, and that's so hard to do. He's stout skull, but got a great look, a big back. This one here just hits me really good out of a really deep, solid litter with a great female behind him.
The next two in here would be more of them standing on business 312s. Mom would be a litter mate to the champion Red Hog there at Denver. We would have saw their mate brother earlier, and these just paired up good. That other one's a bully, so we left these two together. So it'd be 101-1 is closest to the camera. The one on the stick there is 101-4. Standing on business 312. Mom is a litter mate to the champion at Denver.
Yeah, we talked about their brother a while ago, and I'm sure you remember him. He's a very special red hog, and the two litter mates behind him here are no slouches as well. And as you look at them and individually here, the one in the center of the ring, he's the stout, big-legged one that's really stout in his skull. Be easy feed him all day long and get after it. Then the one I kind of starred here is kind of the one here coming across the middle now. Here's the balanced one, I think, that's got a great look ahead of his shoulder. I think he's built impeccable as he comes and goes across the ring here. He's big-footed, he's big-armed, he's big-backed, and really got a great look with all that in a red hog. I think just a great feedability about this guy, a lot of upside. I think this one could be pretty special as well.
The next one in would be the single Burke entry. That would be ear notch 108-3. That is above all, top it off. This particular pig's mother would have won the Oklahoma Youth Expo by the Walker family. Those that are watching online, I always get a text before sale, Willie classify in Texas, and I think this one's a very easy classifier down there. Yet he's got a really good hair coat. He's dark pigmented. This will be an above all, top it off, first litter gilt. His mom's comes from a very good litter. They would have been the champion, the reserve champion Burke at Denver, and then the grand overall gilt there at the Oklahoma Youth Expo.
Yeah, if you think back at his mother and how really elite she was at that time, and you look at this pig and you can just see it happening, guys. And he's the only Berkshire in the sale, I think, but I think this one here is very elite, and especially when you talk about March, I think he's perfect. Just feed this one, no worries. Just go down the road and show him at what he weighs at OYE, and you're going to be pretty much in the driver's seat. This one's got a great look. He's really square. I think just an exceptional Berkshire Barra, and if you're still looking for a Berkshire Barra, you need to just tie in right here and go have a lot of fun.
The 4 would be the one here that's on camera right now. That is 106-4. That is a turn red 312. Another one of them sisters there. The turn red would be the pig that we sold in the get-together at the weight spot, and then sold there to Gary Todd. We've sold a couple of these turn reds, and man, they've been sure fun to watch progress. This one reminds me the most of his dad in terms of his feature and his hair. I think that pig's got a legit chance. And then this 107, that would be a standing on business, or I'm sorry, the 107. .107 is a turn red main character, excuse me, 107-2, turn red main character. The mom of that one is a 5th overall bearer there at the Oklahoma Youth Expo.
Very nice pair of red hogs here, and the bigger one there, closest to you there, that's spinning around. That one there is very stout, guys, and as you look at him with a great presence, a heavy bone one, I think a red hog that you can feed and just gets better every day, and he's got the stout features and the rib cage that you look for. Just a unique red hog there, and the big bone one there in the middle of the ring. The other one, the smaller one there, has got a lot of upside to me, and he's wild looking. He's wild looking up through his front end. He's got a great build to him, I think, as you look at him and you analyze red pigs, that's going to get good and already good, but going to get great. That one there is got a great amount of feedability to him. If you're looking for a red one to get after him in the end, that little guy right there is going to slip up on him, I think.
The next 2 in here, the one with kind of a horseshoe in his top, that is a 96 litter. That is a relentless roll call. We saw a 96 here earlier on. That would be 96-5, hog that I think's got a big time window. That's our second litter. She's got a couple keeper gilts like we mentioned, and a pig we're going to show here before long. The next one is an 86 litter. That'd be 86-3. That's another one of them 86. We saw a real geeked out off-belted pig earlier. This is the brother that took off growing this week. That is 86-3, Relentless Hero, Mama the Newcomb gilt.
Yeah, I think a great pair of feeding bearers here, and just no holes barred, I think, as you look at them. The dot top one there that's trying to get turned around there and come across the ring first is one that I got a great big check mark by when I walked in the barn here. I think that one there could really get in their hair in the end. That's a big-legged, good-looking one that's moderate in his length, square, great big feet on this guy that's got a great look, a great skull, just a really nice feeding bear there, I think. And then the bigger one out here, he just hits you pretty hard as well. I think both of these guys have got a great chance. This one here's heavy bone, scout skull, got a great look, very, very well built as he comes across the ring and flexes and goes with great angles. I think I just can't talk enough about this pair as a pair of hogs that I think that you could put on feed and do great things with.
The next 2 in, we talked about the 71s already in this particular preview. These are the bigger, wolfier brothers that are here in the back. These will be lead-off, money's on, roll calls, sister. The chromed up pig would be 71-6. The more belted, boxy built one would be 71-7, I believe. Lead-off, money's on, roll call, sister. Mother would be a class winner there. Louisville last summer. that was very well received.
Got a couple of stouties here with power in the blood. The pig in the middle of the ring has got the full belt. Again, is just stout as you can make one, with a great look, the heavy bones, the moderate build, and one that just comes at you like a powerhouse up front. Very square with it, going away with a great big pin set and power from behind. That one there could be a handful as a market hog, I think, as you get down the road. And then the black-headed one here is one stout dude. And I mean, you talk about hair, you talk about bone, you talk about width and rib. This one's got it all. You get on top of him, he's got a groove down his top, and he's powerful from his nose to his tail. This one here is square from behind. I think just a couple of stout ones that you can feed and fit on and really make some elite livestock in the end.
The next two coming in here, the belted hog would be 97-1. That is a side bet, strictly business. The sow behind this one, excuse me, would be a first litter gilt. She's a litter mate to the one that we sold there at King of the Hill last year. This would be her first litter. The side bet thing has been awfully good. The reports that we're getting back of hogs that we sold in the first sale. And then this blue hog would be a 98 litter. That'd be 98-1. That is a navy blue next intention. Just a little different deal there. He does got a sheath needs to be taken out, but a pig that's stout and heavy boned, and he is blue, and he's a little different for a blue and bob. His mom would be the mom of the $80,000 gilt in the coronation.
Yeah, we're on stout row here, I think, because you look at this blue, you can't get no stouter between your eyes, the rim of his nose, the stoutness of skull that he has, and that rib shape follows in suit. Huge rib, big-bodied hog that's got stoutness all over him, and again, one you can feed and make him look about however you want him to look. He's got the cool color, the blue color pattern, the navy blue deal there going, and just a really heavy bone good one, I think, when you talk about power hogs and getting into a market situation. The chromed up hog here hits me as well, very good. This one here is again a stout skull, one that's big chested and square up front. He gives you a great big top angle as you look down up on top of him, and the way that rib rolls down through there. Moderate in his length of body, he's long in his hip. He takes a big stride off both ends. I think just a couple of stouties here that you could have a lot of fun with down the road.
Uh, 56-1, the traditional belt here that riders got on the mud. That would be a side bet, trick 4. That one's grandma would be the mom of Make It Rain there, and lot 1 in the last coronation. Pig that's got some neat parts. This 85 liter hog here, the chromed up one, that pig would be a side bet proposal. His mom would be the 14 liter gilt that won her class there at the Oklahoma Youth Expo. She only had one in this particular season, but I think a pig that's boxy in his build. He's got some stoutness working in his favor here. A pair of pigs I think a guy can slow roll on and stretch them a bit if you needed to. And in the same sentence, I think the traditional belted hog could get there with ease, and he will go hamp in my opinion, I think, Bob.
Yes, the traditional belted one there is definitely a Hampshire marked one, and definitely a very high quality show pig. And I think as you analyze these and see what they can do down the road, the feedability on this pair, both of these hogs are extremely high to me. This one here is very square in his makeup. He's boxy in his body. He's stout in his skull. Got a great look. The other wider belted one over here, that one there's got the presence, guys, and the height, the shoulder, and the neck attachment that you're looking for. He's got a big, huge chest in him. He's a little greener and got a great set of upside to him. I like his bone. I like his angles. I think that one there you can star and say he's going to feed like a house of fire. Might watch out for him in the end there, Ty.
The next pair in here, the chromed up hog would be, well, they're both chromed up. The one that Dale's got on the mud here, that's another 89. That's a far and wide. His mom would be a tricked out mate to Summit we're going to sell this week. That is a far and wide tricked out. A hog that if you're watching online, he won't make it to April. He looks like a grower and a doer for sure. And this 65 litter that's underneath the camera is one that my buddy up here found very early today. That is a side bet buckle up out of a first litter gilt. And that hog, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but he has got ginormous bones. We think he's got an interesting look about him. Neat pig, 65-2, and then the wide belt chromed up one's 89-7.
Yeah, the chromed up one in the middle on the far side here, guys, is out of a heck of a litter, and that's what I like to feed out of. Deep litters, great sows. This one here has got a great chance. Like Blake said, I don't think you need to be holding him to Expo, but this one here can feed right in on to wherever you want to go and march and be just fine and get in that heavyweight division and really get after him, I think, when the heat of the day comes. Really good looking, got a lot of upside to him. He's square, out of a heck of a litter. I wouldn't let this one slip by you right here come sale night tomorrow night. The other pig out here is, like Blake said, I walked in the door about 3 steps and I saw this pig get up. And he hit me really hard, guys. I'll be honest with you. And you know, in a barn full of big-legged hogs, he's the biggest, I think. You just get your measuring tape out, and they are large. The limbs are large. The look is good. He's very square. This is my kind, guys. And I've got more than 1 star on this one. I'm just going to tell you if you hadn't figured it out. This one's long-necked. He's square-billed. He's square-bodied. He's very, very heavy-legged. He's hairy. He's one that you just got every indicator that being a great show pig down the road that you can put into one. It's got great upside to him. This one here, I think if you're serious about getting on a big level in the bright lights, I think you probably need to really look seriously here. This one hits me really good.
The first one here that Ryder's on would be an 82 litter. That is 82-4. Those that were watching at home, when I told you we would kind of identify some that might stretch a little longer past March, this 82-4 is one of those in our opinion. He's a relentless hero, and we think his window's pretty big. Could hit that first division there at the city, but I think he could get really good revival or expo time maybe even. I know it's crazy to think about, but that pig is a relentless hero. And then this other one is a 43 litter. That is a relentless money's on. One of them younger gilts that's getting into the program. He's got all the fur a guy would need. His mama would have been reserve grand there at the Oklahoma State Fair last year and was highly popular. He too has got a little bit of a sheath. It's not a rupture. He just needs it taken out. I think an interesting pair of pigs.
Very, very good pair here, and we talk about the belted one going across the middle there. That one there, guys, is a big league, I think. And you look at his skull and that combo. You look at the bones. You look at the hair coming off of him. You look at the moderation of length of body and his design, the height of point of shoulder and carrying it back into a great length of hip from behind. A square pinned one. The square is $1 going away. Square coming at you. Lots of upside here. A great feeding hog, one that I started pretty quick. And then you talk about the little guy here, and guys, in a day, in a world where 200 and lightweight hogs can win a show, this one maybe is just the one you're looking for, because he may go past Hawaii or past Houston, but he may not get to, because this one here's qualities through the roof. Really, really built good, really made good, really good look from the side. I think he's the right kind of hog that you need to be feeding at this size, and you can just get after him and let him go. He's got great upside. The thing's built for speed. I really, really like that little guy.
The next one in here would be 89-7, and the 89s, we've talked about them all night. That is a far and wide, and his mom would be a 69 litter tricked out. He's a litter mate to the boar pig we're taking to perfect timing. He's a litter mate to the Vera Battle pig. That is 89-8, excuse me, those that are watching on the screen. That is a far and wide 69 litter tricked out.
Again, we was talking about the deep litters and the Goss herd and the good sows and on, but here's one out of that litter we was talking about, and I love the little brothers. I love them, and they're the underdogs when they start out, but they're not the underdogs in the end. And this one here, when he gets out here, guys, and into the ring, you think about the litter he's out of, you think about what he can do. This one gets right up there for me, because he gives you that look. And when they get him stretched out and rolling across the ring, he gives you, makes the hair on the back of your neck just stand up just a little bit for me. I really, really like this hog, and I love his build, I love his look, I love his bone, I love his litter more than anything, and his mother. But you better pay attention right here, because you're gonna sneak up on somebody right here and have a big day.
Next in would be 78-6. 78-6 would be an all-access. His mother would be the mom of the blue boar that we sold there last year at the perfect timing that Premium Blend would have bought. This pig has got a tremendous upside. I believe the belted Vera pig would have been second there at the Oklahoma Youth Expo last year out of this particular mother. A neat pig here on paper would be this particular belted hog.
Okay. Yeah, he's one up and one down, guys. Note that in your notes there. When you get into these pin ones here at the get-togethers, you better pay attention. And this one here is for a reason, there for a reason. This one's got a great amount of upside to him, I think. And you looked at the size of his limbs and the way he's built and the upside that he has. Those are the kinds that get really good, I think. And this one's got great depth of rib, great length of body, the right length of body, and a long square hip. I think he's just going to get better and better. He's built extremely well. He's got a great look from the side. I think this is a great feeding hog here. Mark him down on your list.
Next in here that'll wrap up the get-together preview tonight here on Walton would be 103-2. 103-2 is a relentless. His mom would be a littermate to make it rain. His mother would have been the Keenhold Skillet that would have won her class there at the Oklahoma Youth Expo. She would have won the Northwest District in Enid. We are taking a chromed up brother that we're pretty fond of to the perfect timing, a little pig sale down the road this weekend. This will be 103-2, relentless, money's on, out of a prominent sow line that we have here around the farm.
A great way to end our preview here on a quality hog here, I think, and it just starts in his skull, guys, and the size of his rim, the stoutness of his skull, the jawline that he presents, the length, the moderate length of body that he has, and the balance that shoots you from the side. This one here could get pretty special. He's this huge-legged hog that. I don't know if, you talk about his hip. It's phenomenal in his length and squareness of hip with the levelness of tail head that he possesses. This thing here could get really, really good, I think, down the road. You'll be really happy if you get him in your box.
Well, as we round up here, I want to say thank you to everybody. It's been a tremendous sales season, and compliments to the breeders for bringing elite livestock to the get-together, for taking it serious. We try hard, and I know just like everybody else does, everybody's busy. We're thankful for everybody that's attended. We're thankful for everybody that's reached out and called. Until the next get-together, I want to say thank you. I want to let everybody know that's watching, our coronation will be held November 21st in Stillwater. We'll do a preview November 20th. And then if you're watching and tuning in still, we would love to have you there at the Copper Penny on November 21st from 2 to 4. We're going to do a game day theme. We're going to give away some door prizes there in the corner of the Copper Penny. It'll be open to the public. We're excited for the coronation. Look forward to seeing everybody. Once again, thank you. I'm part of the Goss crew. For everybody that is tuned in and reached out to everyone.